It's IBC 2022 and we're on the Leader stand. Now, we've done a couple of videos here with Leader, so do check out those other ones on the channel. And I'm joined by Kevin again. Hi Kevin, how you doing?
Hello there, it's good to see you here.
So you've got a big headline here, making your SDI to IP transition smooth. Tell us how Leader are doing that.
Right, what we're doing is we're bringing a suite of tools to the marketplace that allow customers to maximize that knowledge they have about SDI video, whether that be making pictures, analyzing the technical detail of the transport streams in those pictures and presenting them in such a way that it looks like SDI video. It allows you to identify where the issue is, and then you can dive into the right point within your IP network to carry out that analysis.
Cool.
It's allowing you, we've had engineers come on here and say, great, at last it's tools because we've got no pictures, we've got no closed captioning. It said, well, it must be the network switch.
Right.
Why is it the network switch? Well, I don't know what it does, so it must be the switch.
Yeah.
It's allowing them to say, actually, it's not the switch. But we'll talk about that in a little more detail when we get to the next part of the demonstration.
Yeah, so exactly. I mean, how are you measuring these signals?
Yeah. Well, let's start off with the first point is, like any broadcast system, you've got to have a solid foundation. For SDI video, we had black and burst.
Yeah.
For IP, we have a new standard. It's called PTP. It's new to us in the broadcast industry, but other industries have been using it for many years.
Right.
So it's got a fantastic heritage. It's just that we need to understand that this one is time-based, not phase-based.
Right.
So at Leader, what we've done is we've got our products, the LT 4610 and 11, which many people will be familiar with as their house reference for black and burst, SDI test patterns, and audio reference. And there is an option that will give you PTP from this device. It's got two ports, one of them an RJ45 connector, the other one a 10 gig SFP cage, which means then you can plug a fiber into your switch and your PTP is off and running. The devices support the best master clock algorithm, so the grandmaster is selected and recognized on the system, and you've got your black and burst and PTP in the same box.
Okay.
So if you happen to lose reference, it goes to stay in sync mode, but the two stay synchronized together.
Right, okay.
As we move to the bigger systems, where you may have multiple ones of these, one of the challenges we're now seeing is that the grandmaster changes, but the black and burst and audio and SDI stays with the original.
Right.
So with systems like an SNMP controller, we can pick up there's been a change and we can instigate the emergency changeover unit to trigger if the best master clock algorithm falls over as well, so that everything stays together. And this is the heritage we have with nearly 70 years now of working with the broadcast industry. But the big challenge we're seeing from people is they don't want all of the SDI, they don't want all of the black and burst and all of the audio, they just want a PTP generator. So we've created the LT4611, which is like an entry-level product. 3 black and bursts, GPS and PTP, so it's like an entry level. And it's at a fantastic price point to hit that proof of concept. But when the proof of concept's finished, it's a broadcast ready product. You can put it into your normal facility, and if you need to expand it, there's software licenses to add the additional black and burst, to add SDI, to add the audio. So it's getting you in at an entry level, getting you to understand what's going on with the world of references, and giving you that protection that can be expanded in the future.
Fantastic. Okay, cool. So I can see behind you, you've got the LV 5600 and 7600. Should we go there and take a look?
Yeah, let's go over.
Kevin, so what are we seeing here?
So here we have the Leader LV 5600 and 7600. So the waveform monitor and the rasterizer. So first thing is, these units are exactly identical with features, functionality. The only difference is the form factor. This has got a built-in display. This needs an external display. And with the IP option fitted, the devices can display both SDI video and IP simultaneously. So as I was mentioning earlier, let's take an example of an issue we may well have in the IP world. that we can use our knowledge and skill set from SDI to fault find. So here we have 2 videos, both of them with closed captions running and parental advisory information.
Okay.
But what happens if that gets broken? And we've got the captions appearing over here, but they're not appearing over here.
Okay.
Where do we start looking? So with the Leader Zen series and the customizable layout display, we can bring up the tools that we need to fault find and analyze the issue. So here we are on the left-hand side where it's good.
Yep.
I've got my picture, I've got my closed captions, I've got the waveform display, and I've got down here my payload ID information. Any broadcast engineer, this is where you go to when you've got a problem with the picture. Is it the right frequency, sample rate, frame rate, color space? All of that information is in there. But obviously, as we know, in the world of IP, that's moved. We don't have a vertical interval. So what we've done at Leader is we've taken that information from the 2110-40 stream, but we're presenting it in exactly the same format as it's presented in SDI video. So that engineer can look at this, analyze it and go, well, I've got no closed captions in there. So who's sending me that signal? Oh, I've got an orchestration system. Right, let's go to the orchestration system. And then on this device, I can then pull up that session description protocol file, have a look at it and say, hold on a minute, isn't all the ancillary data meant to be sent to a .40 address? Why is that one .50? You found out the problem, change it, up they come. So it's allowing us to build on that SDI knowledge that we've gained over the last 35, 40 years and apply it to an IP world. So the whole idea of our tools are that they allow you to identify clearly where the problem is and then go into the IP world and fault find and make the necessary corrections. And the other great thing with the Leader Zen series, as I mentioned, it can do both IP and SDI simultaneously, but also with the customizable layout, I can position the various graphs of IP data traffic in line. So this means now that I've got a view of what's going on. So here, there's been, as you saw when I switched over, there was an interruption to the service. The picture was flashing and banging. I can look down the line here and say, right, look, something happened with PTP. Something happened with my inter-packet arrival. I've got a red warning there. But also I can look at my network traffic and say, well, hold on, the network traffic changed as well. With the customizable layout, I can position these so that you get that view and easily identify. And these graphs can run from anywhere between 2 minutes and 72 hours. Yet on the right-hand side, I've still got the timing, waveform picture with audio that you'd see in the SDI world. If I just move along just a touch, we can build this up so we can provide more information. This is all IP. But what you're seeing here on the right-hand side, any vision engineer who's working with SDI is going to be comfortable with picture, waveform, timing, vector, audio. We're building on that growth, and it's then going to encourage them to start to understand more what's going on with IP. So as I mentioned, our whole aim of this is making the IP transition smooth. And with products like the LV56 and 7600, hopefully, well, we know we're doing it because customers are coming back to us time and time again.
Cool. Kevin, fantastic. So everything we're talking about is available now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all available. The other great thing is that features like 4K, HDR, they're software licenses. So you buy the box for the features you need today, and then as your demands change and your clients bring you new requirements, it's a software license. You enter the license key, it doesn't need to be decommissioned, you get on with the production straight away.
Fantastic. So people can come and see you at IBC in Hall 10, or if they're not at in Amsterdam, where
If they're
can they
not
find more?
Amsterdam, obviously our website at www.leader.co.jp/en,
Cool.
where we have information on all of this. And if you want to try these out, give us a call. We have demonstration products available in Europe, and we can come configure them to your requirements so you can see our products working in your environments, on your productions, and show you how easy it is to make this transition.
Kevin, thank you very much indeed. If you want to make your SDI to IP transition smooth, then do check out the website and check out everything that Kevin's been talking about. We've been doing a couple of other videos here at IBC with Kevin on the leader stand, so check those out on the channel. And for everything else we're doing at IBC, check that out at kitplus.com.